Hey, do yourself a favor today and for the rest of your life. Don't make excuses just so you can feel pissed off enough to change your life. You can very easily change your life just because you want a better life. You don't have to let people down. You don't have to have a tantrum. You don't have to go ballistic or have, a crying fit. You can simply, like a dignified, respectful, graceful adult, make a decision within yourself that you're moving forward, you're going to better your life, you're going to improve, you're going to communicate, you're going to be there for the people around you. Instead of waiting over and over for one reason or another to happen so that you can feel like you accomplished something by doing what you wanted to do. You can do what you want to do anyway. Why do you need to have a whole circus show before it happens? And then it constantly has to be this movie scene, this dramatic, like, oh, I needed that and I needed this. Like, yeah, you did. Everybody does. But what you don't need is the pomp and circumstance. You can just do what you want to do and better your life forward without letting anybody else down in your life and being prouder of yourself than you would be, instead of waiting for a tower to collapse or for some catastrophe to occur where you're like, now I can act like a human being, now I can act like the god or goddess that I am. Nah, bitch, you can act like the god and goddess that you are the minute you wake up out of that bed. You don't have to waste your life and your emotions belittling yourself so that somebody can point out that you're belittling yourself, so that you can be like, oh, I'm going to be better for myself and for the world around me, just so you can look like you're somebody that is puffing up their chest to the world around them. Nobody cares. Nobody truly cares what it is you're doing. So just do what it is you want to do without having to drag the world into a fucking circus show around it for you. Because your life and everybody else's life would be a lot easier if you stopped attempting to climb a ladder up and down, and saying, look at what I did. And you just climb that ladder, get to the top, look at the sunlight and say to yourself, I did this. I did this. And I did it because I care about myself, my family, and my future. I didn't do it so you can praise me or give me advice. I didn't do it so you can tell me I did a good job. I did it because I fucking wanted to. So do yourself a favor and do what it is you're going to do without having to announce it to the world and waiting for applause. Okay? Because especially if you're somebody who's constantly sad and upset and crying, how many times do you need to be told it's going to be okay? If you're somebody who's constantly overworking themselves, how many times do you need somebody to tell you to take it easy and not overwork yourself? If you're somebody who's constantly getting laid, how many times do you need to feel that orgasm before you realize how dead you are inside? If you're somebody who's constantly eating, how many more plates of food are going to satisfy you before you actually acknowledge your emotional state that you're trying to avoid? If you're someone who's constantly angry, how much more do you think people are going to tolerate your anger before they turn their back to you and leave and call you, a bitch or an asshole? Stop making people run out of patience with you just so you can feel better about yourself for making the effort to better yourself. You're already capable of doing it. Why drag the world into it? Truly, have some dignity for yourself. Have some pride. Have some care and self-worth, and do the things you want to do without having to make the world hold your hand while you do it. If you're truly at rock bottom, guess what? you got to get yourself out of there first and reach out a hand once you're somewhere where somebody can pick you up, because no one's going to come down to rock bottom to get you. Drowning people drown people. Hurt people hurt people. Sad people make other people sad. People in pain express that pain, and the people hearing that pain then are in pain. It's reverse empathy. You're trying to make people feel what you feel, and it's not going to work, because the people listening to you usually care about themselves more. So if you have someone in your life who's constantly sabotaging their own life, waiting for somebody else to give them advice or pick them up or tell them to slow down or tell them to eat this or do that, kindly hold a mirror up to them. Say nothing to them the next time they come to you for advice. The next time you want to hook up with somebody, don't. Hold a mirror up to yourself and look at yourself. Look yourself in the eye and look at that inner child and what you're doing to it. The next time you want to engorge yourself in so much food that you can't feel anything other than your burps, look at yourself in a mirror. Turn the phone on yourself and record yourself. Record yourself eating. Record yourself whining. Record yourself having sex with yourself. And see what it is exactly that you're making other people have to spend their time with. Take some pride in who you are. Respect yourself and the people that care about you before there's nobody left. I love you. I truly love you, whoever you are, wherever you are, and I truly wish you the best. But please, for the love of your future and your children, your grandchildren, your ancestors, past, present, and future, have some dignity.